What's going on, folks? So apparently this is telling me that I am live right now, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in on my channel to actually go on to the YouTube segment of it, and I'm going to check to see if I am indeed live on my own channel to see what it looked like over there. And let's see, there we go. Yep, I just heard myself right there. So I'm going to test something out here. I'm going to see if there's a difference between, like, if I do StreamYards and a stream and I use my Streamlabs and stream, I wonder if there's a difference, because when I was using Streamlabs all today, when I was going live, people were flooding in there. Okay. So I don't know if there's a possibility that if you use a certain, streaming uh software, if YouTube is biased towards one more than they are the other one. I do not know. But at the same time, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to see if YouTube is going to alert anybody that I am in here. So if you are in here, let me know what state you are from, something of that sort right there. Because like I said, I know a lot of people don't get notified that I'm actually am live. And just like when I went live using Streamlabs, which I might do that here in a second in case I allow a panel or something on here. But whenever I did go live using Streamlabs earlier today, within like at least within like the first minute, 3 minutes, people kind of got notified. Boom, boom, boom. They got notified that I was in there. But using Streamlabs, I have no idea how that's going to go, because like I said, I don't know if they're biased towards them or not or anything like that. But if you are in here and you might be watching this tomorrow or et cetera, don't forget to double check to make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you click the like button, and clicking the like button will get the video recommended. Don't forget to click that bell notification right there too, because when you click the bell notification, make sure that it's set to all. When it's set to all, you should, in theory of YouTube, you should be notified anytime I do post a video. But like I said, I don't know how that's going to go in here, because they're different about getting things out there. So I see that Matthew Mittens is in here right now. Says ScrewTube 0 notification, just found it. Happened to check my subscription screen. Yep, like I said, it's really weird that they'll do it for one. They'll do it for one streaming services versus another one. I don't know what the deal is that they'll allow it to happen on Streamlabs. I have no idea, but it definitely seemed to be one of those deals that's going on right now. So anyway, like I said, usually what I do, I just allow people to come in and kind of tell me where they're from, et cetera, within the first 5 minutes. That way, within that 5 minutes, YouTube definitely should have some type of information out to people, letting them know that I am on here right now. Because typically, definitely, like my moderators, Red, Fatal, and Non, they definitely are ones that I know that they have their notifications set to all, and they're supposed to get notified whenever I do post a video. But it does not look like it's going that way right now. So let me take a little break right here real quick and do something. I'll check y'all in a second. So let me take a pause here. All right, I am biggity back. So anyway, we're about 3 minutes in, and if you're watching this like tomorrow or something like that, if you're watching this on the 23rd, I'm sorry, if you're watching this on the 23rd, it's a good chance that you're not going to hear me pretty much get into this conversation until I'm about a good 5 minutes in. So like right now, I'm 3 minutes in, another 2 minutes to see if they're going to notify people, which it doesn't seem like that, because there's 9 people in here right now as of 7:07 p.m., which is completely fine, because I'm still going to talk about it. This subject that's at hand regardless. So anyway, again, if you are in here right now and you're just now getting word, I see Roscoe, I see you in here, sir. How you doing? I know who you are, but this shows that there are 11 people in here. So 11 people, if y'all can just state what like what, just give a abbreviation or something of the state that you are tuning in from, just so I can see if there are legit people that are responding. Where are you tuning in from? What state? Let's see what we got here. Got CO, Colorado. What's going on, Red? Oh, I know where you from, girl. Montgomery, Alabama. Dirty Water Jones is from Montgomery, Alabama. Okay. Montgomery. All right, 4 minutes in, about another 30 some plus seconds left, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the subject at hand. Oregon in here. We used to go to Oregon all the time to for the I went there maybe 2-3 times in my life. I went there for the Olympic trials. 3, I want to say. 3 times. Eugene, Oregon. So anyway, no matter what, still, like I do with all my shows, I appreciate you guys being here. Yada yada peanut butter. And in about 5 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and roll into this subject that's at hand right here, which is we always know that when we talk about certain things, it goes all sorts of directions, whatever, like that. So, all right. So anyway, if you are watching this on the 23rd, you hit the 5-minute mark, which means I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. And what it did, it allowed people to get notified by YouTube. It should have been notified by YouTube within 5 minutes of me posting on here. So anyway, if you guys see the title right there, it's it says, "Is it easy to talk success rather than to be successful? Why certain mindsets fail?" So what I'm saying that for is this. There's been a whole lot of different things that's been going on, different talks. I've been traveling, just came from a place where there is a particular kind of mindset there. Talk to what we call our old heads, some people that seen me come up in the ghetto, in the projects, in the hood. And, these people that I talked to, they also were individuals that knew me since I was a kid, right? So I talked to several sets of people where I did some of my growing up at. And of those sets of people, you had some that hated still. They like some folks are just stuck. They cannot stand to see you do good because you went against what they believed in. But then you have others who will sit there and tell you, "I'm so proud of what you turned into." There's and what they say now, "I might not see things like you see it." See, this is where people get mixed up at. And I'm one of those people always get curious on what they mean by that. So if you was to tell me, "Ty, I may not see things how you see it," I'm like, "So are you saying that you agree with me or you disagree with me?" So I have to ask them that. And it's like, no. It ain't that I disagree with you. I just don't see things the way you see it. I'm trying to figure out how do you get yourself to see things the way that you see it. That's what I like. See, that's why I tell people you have to make sure that when you're in conversation that you actually understand each other, what people are saying when they make certain phrases or cliches or something like that. Because a lot of people would assume that if a person was to say, "I don't see things the way you see it," you would think that they're saying, "Look, I don't agree with you." Or But no, what this particular individual said, "I can't." They was pretty much telling me I can't see it or I can't comprehend. I can't even, put it together how you do. So then that made the conversation go a whole different direction of what a lot of people thought it was going to go. So I'm like, "So what do you mean by you can't?" When he told me that, I was like, "Okay, so what is it that you're having a hard time with?" And they explained to me, "I'm just having a hard time doing X, Y, and Z," because a lot of times this is what happened. When he said X, Y, and Z, let me explain what that is. He said, not just him. They said, "I'm having a hard time trying to wrap my mind around how I can get where you are or get to how you did it." And I said, "I did it and I'm where I am by doing things that I liked. And the more I did things that I liked, different opportunities opened up in those fields that actually paid me for doing things that I like." See, a lot of people that I grew up around did exactly what this says right here. "Is it easy to talk success rather than be successful?" Is it easier to talk success? Like you want to talk about how successful you want to be. You want to talk about success. You want to talk about how you want to get here. You want to talk about how you want to elevate yourself here, get there, da, 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 da. But then the question comes down to it is that easier to talk about how successful you want to be, or is it actually easier to be successful? So this is what I told them yesterday. I said, now you guys are actually seeing like a end result. Y'all seeing the fruits of my labor is what you're all seeing. You guys are seeing like this beautiful tree out there that got this ripened, beautiful fruit on there. And if you taste a little bit of it, you're like, "Man, this is some good stuff. I want my fruit to taste like yours, man." I just see, but you don't understand. A lot of work went into that end result. See, all you see, to you, all you see is this beautiful tree with this beautiful fruit that tastes really good to you. You don't know what work went into me having to tear the ground up, me having to pull up weeds, me having to make sure that the soil is healthy, me planting the seed, me watching the seed, me watering that seed, the seed is growing up, me making sure that when a storm came, that my little plantling that was sitting out there was going to be harmed by any rain, me making sure that it wasn't going to be too flooded or too much sun, too much heat, and me having to sit there and making sure that this thing was going to grow into what you see. Some work went into that. And that's what a lot of people see again, and I'm going to keep on going back to it. It's easier to talk success and talk about how you want to be successful than it is to actually be successful. Because in order to be successful is going to take work. Now, it all depends on different avenues you can go down when you talk about success, because there's one of my favorite rappers named Jim Stones. He made a statement in one of his songs. He said, success is not defined by what you got, but by the things you overcome when you've been through a lot. See, that's a success. So although you see the tree, but the success came in, the success is the work that you put into it to get that result. The result, to me, and I don't know if some of y'all might not get this, the result itself is not success. It's those skills you picked up. It's that knowledge you picked up. It's that wisdom you picked up. It's that muscle memory you picked up into training yourself to be successful. Y'all follow me? The end result, me having vehicles and houses, that's not what success is. It's the tools, the knowledge, the wisdom, the upkeep, the business interactions I have to do on a daily basis, the talking with people we have to do on a daily basis, the making sure this is in place. That right there is what success is. But again, like you said, success is not defined by what you got, but by the things you overcome when you've been through a lot. That's what it is right there. So again, when we all look at the overall end result of this, what they see is this. They see, oh man, look at you, man. You got your family, man. You got this going on for you, man. You got your channel going, man. You speaking, man, and you got, you doing all this success, man. Man. See, I'm just saying, not everybody can do that though. Yes, they can. Yes, you can. But the thing is, you might not be able to do what it is that I do, because I am doing the things that I want to do. I'm not doing the things that I have to do. If y'all follow me, like me speaking engagements, being a minister, doing YouTube, doing therapy, all those things like that. Those are not things that I do because I have to. Those are things that I do because I want to. And it just so happened that those things that I enjoy doing and the things that I want to do, they come with getting paid. Y'all see what I'm saying? So again, the success is actually that activity, that hobby, that love that you have. That's what the success is. If you are a musician, right? For instance, I'm a musician as well. Am I successful because I'm playing in front of a bunch of people, or am I successful because the fact that I actually taught myself how to play? Again, the work had to go in there. I play by ear. Those basses, I play the keyboard, drums, bass, organ, piano. And I play every last one of them by ear. I can pick up songs by ear and play them. But that took some fine tuning. That took, no pun intended, that took some fine tuning. That took some time. That took some work. That took repetition. That took muscle memory. That took like hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Then I learned it. Once I learned it, I became successful at playing the piano. But is playing the piano successful, or is it the fact that I learned to play it to become successful? Some folks are not going to get that. So what I'm saying that for is this. We have people in here that is of a certain mindset. A lot of people do not want to put their hand to work. A lot of people just want to reap the benefits of work that others have put in. That's how certain mindsets are. So what you have is this. You have a certain mindset that if you go out there and you tell other people, you will be able to do the same things that I can do. I'm not talking about the things that I do per se, but when you, the end result of what I have, the house, the car, the family, you can actually have those things yourself as well, but you have to be willing to put in work. Are you those things that you claim that you want out of life? Are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to even go and do it for free to see if that's actually indeed what you really intended to do with your life, as far as that particular skill, that particular hobby, or that particular interest you may have? A lot of people don't do that. There's a lot of things that I did for free. I played the keyboard. I learned how to play the piano and stuff in the house. Street lights came on. I'm there just pricking away, playing by ear, hearing music that my brother would play a Nintendo. I would hear music on the Nintendo and just try to pick things up from the Nintendo, right? Now, I did that because I wanted to. I enjoyed doing that, right? Then it turned into me actually getting all these different jobs. People, can you come and play at my wedding? Can you come and play at this set? Can you come and play here? And then they end up, hey, playing at church. And all of a sudden, then you play at certain churches, whatever like that, events, they want to pay you to do it. But when I first started off doing it, there was no pay included because that's not what I was doing it for. I did it because I loved doing it. As far as being in the medical field, from the beginning, I always was the type of person I enjoy helping people, whether I'm giving them advice, whether I'm helping them on the physical level, health-wise, et cetera, et cetera. I always enjoy doing that. It just so happened they have a job out there in physical therapy, and they have a lot of things in the medical field that you can do, right? Period. That just happened to be one of the avenues I went down with that. Now, it came with pay. That pay led to you actually being able to move up the ladder, becoming a director, right? The thing is that success is based on what type of work you put in. That's why you have something called a resume. You know what they should do? They should rename your resume and call it your success ladder. That's what they should call it. They should call a resume your success ladder, because a resume is pretty much telling your potential employer how successful you are in the skills that you have. That's what they do. For instance, let me give you an example. It's a lot of times in the therapy field where if you want to apply to a certain clinic, you better come with certain type of skills. You know what I mean? They'll tell you right from the jump. If you want to come and work at this particular clinic, they will tell you, you better not come in here as a new grad. They want somebody with what? Experience. Again, when I mentioned that about the tree, and I talked about all the work that had to go into getting that tree to be what it is, all that work became your experience. So now, if I sat there and successfully planted this tree and all that work I told you that went into it, when that produced that fruit and you taste it and it's really good and you want the same thing, what I do to people, check this out. What I do to people is this. I say, you like the taste of this fruit, right? Y'all follow me. This is metaphorically speaking. I tell them, you like the taste of this fruit, right? Oh my God, man, it's so good. It's so good, man. I love it. Now, let me show you how you can do it. That's if you want this particular tree. Now, when I'm saying tree, let's say that the tree represents the type of work that I'm in. And if they say, yeah, I like this, but you know what, man? Ty, man, I love the way that those mangoes taste, man. I do love them, man. The mangoes are so good. But I'm more of an apple man. I'll tell them, well, I'll show you how you can plant apples. In other words, I'll show you what you need to do going towards that particular occupation or job that you want. I'll show you what you need to do to get there, so that when you do plant your apple tree, when you finally see the fruition of your work, your apples are going to be just as sweet and delicious as my mangoes, right? What you will have when you do that is some people, no, man, see, that's a bunch of BS, man. I mean, I don't think it take all that. I'm telling you what happened. I'm there. It's just amazing the living daylights out of me a lot of times that you have individuals who will come and tell you, they will tell you that you are wrong about the success ladder, that you are wrong about getting to where you are, but yet at the same time, they still are in the same place they were when we were 13, 14, 15 years old, when we were all kind of aspiring to what we want to do with our lives when we got older, how our wives was going to be, our kids, our house, et cetera, et cetera. I got there. And yet that ain't it, man. See, that's just for you. Oh my God. That's and see, like I said, a certain mindset. If I'm telling you that you can do things and it does not matter what it is, that a certain level of commitment is going to have to be done to it, you got it. You got it. That's why when I go and talk to people in the community and different people like that, different folks that I get with, I let them know you can do it. It's just going to take you some commitment. I don't even like to tell people hard. You want to know why? The reason why a lot of times I don't like to tell people that it's going to be hard work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of us use that, but a lot of times I don't like to tell people that it's going to take hard work, because I'm just telling y'all there's a certain mindset, and I'm just being real with y'all. I was a part of that mindset that whenever I started having mentors come and kind of give us some words of encouragement, when they say, yeah, it just takes hard work. When I heard the word hard, I was already defeated. Like, man, like, Ooh, see what I'm saying? It just made me feel like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not smart enough. So I learned, though, as I went through college, freaking out about everything that I did. I went to tutoring, and like I told y'all, I missed 4.0 by a point. I had a 3.9 GPA, and I realized that it's not the fact that, yeah, you might say that I'm smart, but no, I'm just well learned. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say, no, it's different, though, man, because you know what I'm saying, you smart. I'm not smart. I'm well learned. The things that I know, I learned them. I studied them. I looked at things over repetitionally. Then I went out and put those things into practice. So no, I'm just well learned in my skill and my craft that I want to hone in on to make me a better clinician. Plain and simple. You get it by practicing. So I don't like to tell people whenever they want to do something to become successful, I don't tell them that it's going to be hard work. I tell them it's just going to be some commitment. It's just going to be time, because that's all it really is, y'all. It really is all time. I mean, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a PA, if you want to be a nurse, you want to be anything, I don't care. You want to be an electrician, you want to be a welder, all those things is going to take time and commitment and practice from you so you can actually perfect that skill that you're going towards. That's it. It's that simple. When you tell kids something like that, these kids, you can just see it in their eyes. They light up. They get a little excited. They get like, oh, wow. So I'm like, yes, you can. When all you sitting there telling these kids these lies doing good, well, they're not going to be able to get out there. No, see, don't do that to them. That's you. That's why I tell people, that's you. Stop feeding them that none. But I'm just saying, man, it's the reality. No, it's your reality, because you weren't able. And then they get all upset at me. See, here you go, Ben. No. See, this is what I don't get about a lot of folks of a particular mindset who talk success and think it's easy. You know, they just, it's easier to talk success than it actually is easy. It's easier to talk success than it is to actually be successful. You go into these places and you tell the young kids that they can do anything they want to do. And I tell them, hey, no, y'all, man, I just thought that it was really hard. I'm like, no, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. It just takes time. You know, you're not going to be able to play your video games like you used to. You're not going to be able to go to do people even go to malls anymore? Yeah. You're not going to be able to go to the malls like you used to. You're not going to be able to hang out with friends, but it don't matter, because you will be able to do that again one day as much as you want to. What do you want to do? Oh, did I go out, y'all? Am I still here? Can y'all still hear me? Because I just touched my mic and my mic is sensitive, and sometimes it'll blank out. So I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to say yes or something. Okay, appreciate that, bird lady. So it never ceases to amaze me that when you go in there and you tell these kids how easy it is and how it is, don't be telling them that. Y'all see, right when they do that right there, the kids instantly, I mean, here you are saying these good words, saying these good things, and you can just see the eyes light. You can just see the inspiration come. You can just see them just feeling this motivation coming within them. Then somebody go, now why are you don't tell them that stuff like that? It ain't gonna be easy for them. And then you can just see almost like the kids just kind of see, I had them. They were there. And then here you go, coming in there, getting ready to tell them what happened with you, because you didn't get there, because you didn't make the decision to want to make yourself better, because you didn't make the decision want to get into school or higher education or get into a skill or a trade. Now you're going to bring what you didn't do and put that onto them. You cannot do that. You had your shot. And some of these people, I tell them, you still have a shot. No, man, I'm too far. See, no, you still got the same mentality, the same laziness that you did when you and I were teenagers. I brought my guy on here before named John, one of my best friends, coming up. And John can tell you that he and I, everything that me and John talked about that we were going to do, me and John are doing it. And or better yet, we did it. There were also a group of friends who were there with me and John. Man, y'all on that crazy stuff, man. Y'all out there just all in la la land, man. Y'all talking nonsense. Y'all shooting way overboard, man. Look around you, man. Who do you see around here? We're like, well, I don't care who I see around here. I just know what I'm going to do. I know what me and John used to say this all the time. You know what? I don't care what everybody else is doing around us. We know what we're going to do. Yeah, okay, we'll see. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We'll see. Oh, yeah, you just see what I'm saying? It's so crazy. But why? What are you trying to deflect? Or why are you trying to tear somebody down from wanting to climb the ladder and be better? Because you don't want nobody to leave where you at. Misery loves company. If you have a miserable mind state, you would stay in a miserable neighborhood. You don't want nobody to leave because you're not going to have no company. That's what it all comes down to. They didn't want us to leave because they want us to stay there with them. Don't leave, man. What we gonna do? Don't leave, man. We don't want y'all to leave the hood. We don't want y'all to leave the projects. We don't want you to leave the mental plantation. Don't leave, man. And then when you do that, oh, you a buster. Oh, you are this. And then they'll flip it around and say that you anti-black because you refuse to you refuse to sit there and condone that type of behavior in the hood, or you refuse to condone that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, I definitely, I'm all day long, I condone that mindset. I'm like, I will condone that plantation mindset. I will condone that sucky victimhood, can't get ahead mindset all day long. And they'll try to flip it around and say you anti-black, you don't like, you can, you can say what you want to. I'm not talking to you grown folks that already had a chance and should be doing what you, I'm talking to the young people, because how is it that I'm saying these things? Teenagers, young children, people between their 18s and 24, 25 years old, they are eating this stuff up because they still have that in their mind that they want to do something, versus these 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old old heads that's of a particular type of mind. Notice I said a particular type of mindset. So I'm going across a whole spectrum of colors. I'm black, white, hood, projects, trailer park, backwoods, redneck, Negroes, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking about that particular mindset. Here you are in your 30s, 40s, and 50s trying to tear down stuff that I'm saying to these kids who's getting ready to go out there and give these things a shot because you couldn't do it. And that's why I have my quote that I say all the time when I say, do not place your limits on me based off of what you were incapable of achieving. I say that all day long to them. A lot of times I got to let a lot of young children, they don't understand that because their minds is not able to comprehend what all that entails. But that's something that I make, that you have them recited, because there is going to come a day where they're going to understand that. And again, I say, do not place your limits on me based off of what you were incapable of achieving. And that's what people are doing. They want to put limits on these kids. They want to put limits on ones that's trying to get out there and do something with their lives. They want to limit them based off the fact that they couldn't do it themselves. Crab mentality. So anyway, the reason why I'm saying all this is because it's easier to talk about being successful than it actually is to be successful. Because what some of these folks don't understand is that when you are successful, you have to keep those skills that you learned on the way to building what you got. You have to keep those skills in place in order to keep your success maintained. That's why so many people fail when they get handouts. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not believe me, all you got to do is look at our current welfare system. All you got to do is look at our current mindsets across the board of all colors, from the hood to the backwoods. I'm talking all in between, from the hood to the backwoods. I'm talking projects, trailer park, whatever you want to call it, tents, whatever you want to call it. That mindset is there from the hood to the backwoods. That mindset is there. And if you continue to stay within that mindset, it's showing you where you are. I told y'all, like, okay, I always tease my sons. My sons would always tell me, oh, Dad, this is what you should do. This is what, boy, I'm like, y'all hadn't even put y'all foot in this. My sons would sit there and try to tell you, well, one of them, particularly my oldest one, he would sit there and try to tell you how to swim when he don't know how to swim. No, all you got to do is do your arms like this. Have you been in the water? No, but I'm just saying, all you got to do is don't see. I read somewhere that would do. No. We're not talking about reading. We're talking about you yourself. Since you know so much about what it takes to do what I'm doing, you haven't even done it yet. So you have a lot of people that'll do that. See, I tell you what the problem is with you. I'm doing good and I'm successful. You think that people can't? No. Don't even try that. Don't even do that. And that's what people do. What people like to do, and I noticed this as kids. Y'all ever notice? And I've done this before. Okay, I've done this before. I've done this to where some of my friends, buddies I grew up with in the neighborhood, we didn't really get nothing for Christmas, okay? When they would get something for Christmas, I would instantly get upset and jealous at them. Yeah, I told you, I'll talk about this stuff openly. That's where I learn, and that's why I know what I know right now. I would get jealous at my friends, right? I would get jealous at them because they got the new shoes, the new clothes, and the bike. And when they come up and show me, they'll go, I got a bike. So, don't nobody care. Your bike is ugly anyway. Get off. I mean, they come up and be like, oh, guess what I got for Christmas? I don't care what you got for Christmas. I'm up here mad at my friends because when you don't know what that did, it created a jealousy in me. It created envy in me. I instantly became sour at my buddies because they got something and they're doing something good that I don't have. So I got to find some reason. So that's why I still can beat you up. So what? I still can run faster than you. So what? You still stupid. And so what? That's why that one girl don't like you. So what? Then you almost want to get mad and do something to their bike while they ain't looking. Hey, man, let's go in the house and play the video game. They go in the house and play the video game. You go out there and just try to throw a brick on their spokes to mess their bike up because you you get mad, boy. If you don't believe me, you can see that with kids. You can see it all day long. See what I'm saying? So check this out. Yeah, I got me a little something here because these lights ain't no joke. Okay, so check this out. You can see this with children. With children, if you have one little kid come up and this little kid, this little kid go to another kid, I got this. The other kid will either they'll try to take it from them. Understand the psychology behind this. What I tell some parents, I said, pay attention to what's really going on. Bird Lady Speaks, I was terrible as a kid. But listen to this, y'all. If you have some little kids outside, if one little kid gets something that looks so good and cool to all the other kids, guess what the other little kids will do? I'm talking about kids that can't speak yet, babies, better yet, toddlers. The baby will go over there and just take it from them. And the other kid, they'll either fight over it, right? They'll fight over it, or the kid they got it taken from them, they'll start crying because what they had was stolen from them. But what I tell people, I say, now, you do want to correct that behavior in it. But what I do want you to do also, I want you to correct the behavior of your child trying to take. But I want you to instill in your child that the desire to want something better. I want you to keep that there. Y'all follow me? So what was going on with me in my childhood by not having the Christmases and the presents and stuff that a lot of them, my friends around us all had, it made me put a desire in it to want to get it. I wanted to get it. And not only did I want to get it, I was like, my kids are going to have Christmases, et cetera, right? That desire sparked something in me. It made me work towards wanting to get that. So the same exact thing with kids. I'll give you an example. I give examples all day long, I know. If my child comes home, man, which this happened for real. My son came home, man. I like to have a phone too, because my friends all got one. First of all, I was like, you don't need a phone. Because, where are you going to be where I can't contact you? You're going to be at school, I can contact you. And at this time in Florida, you're going to be at the mall. Every store in the mall has a phone. If something goes down, whatever, you can call me from the store in the mall. But because all your friends have one and they've been having one for quite a while, you desire to want a phone, right? Well, then you need to work to get one. Guess what my sons did? Guess what they did? They got jobs. And guess what they did? They bought their own phones. Yeah, and I just told you guys I did a video a while back, about a month or so ago. My son, now could I have bought my son a car? Yes, I could have, but y'all don't understand. There's a lesson to be taught, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lesson to be taught. My son wanted a car. Guess what he did to get a car? He worked, he saved up his money. He asked me my knowledge on, my wisdom on, should he make payments or should he buy himself a car? I said, it's ever how you want to do it. I said, but if I was in your position, I said, if I was able to stay with my parents like you stay with me, where you're not paying for no groceries or anything like that, I said, I'll be stacking all my money. I want to pay my car straight off. Guess what my son did? He saved up this money and bought his own car. So now guess what? He learned so many lessons in that. He learned how to budget his money. He learned patience. He learned so many different things. He learned to wait. He learned to persevere. He learned to budget his money to get what it is that he wanted, right? This is what I'm telling people, that this is a lot of things that you miss out on. So here's my thing. a lot of people who I'm around right now. Look, I'm about to give. No, I'm not. I'm just tell y'all this. Okay, there's millionaires that I'm around. We have people that are there, but if they were to lose their money, they would die. They would crash because it was given to them. Other folks, on the other hand, who I grew up, some folks I grew up around, others. Well, some of us, we had to work. We worked to get there. We picked up skills and knowledge and stuff to get there. So with the money that we have, I know how to manage to make sure my stuff is not going to go anywhere. See, there's a difference. If you were given something and not taught how to maintain it, if you lose it, oh, it's a wrap. Versus me, I'm maintaining mine. If I see losses happening, I know what adjustments I need to make to bring it right on back up. Want to know why? Because I worked myself to get it where it is. And I knew what it took to get where it is. Okay, we falling right here, so we need to make sure we get that. We need to make sure we get that taken care of right there. I falling right there. Okay, I need to make sure I need to get what I do to make sure that this stays maintained right there. I want to see up. I want to see up. And if it's plateauing off, I'll deal with the plateauing. But if I see it start to slump down, oh no, we need to make some adjustments. But you got people out there. And it's so crazy that I got friends that come to me, Ty, man, I'm going down, dude. I'm drowning, man. I don't know what to do. Dude, how did you get that? Oh, it was an inheritance from my parents. See, if you grow up always giving your kids things, they won't know how to maintain it. So guess what? I work on cars, right? I also work on cars. I know I got videos of me working on cars, right? My son with his car. Something go wrong with his car. Who you think is going to fix it? I'll wait for y'all to answer that. If something goes wrong with my son's car, I don't care. Battery dies, alternator go out, serpentine belt snaps or need to be changed. Who do you guys think is going to be the one changing it? Who do you think is going to be the one fixing on my son's car? No, Deadwood, you should know me. Oh, you being funny. I got you, Deadwood. I got you. Deadwood being funny. No, I'm gonna go right out there and be like, come here. You see that? That's the negative. That's the positive. And this is how you take it out. And we're gonna take this. I'm telling him. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you that right there is a wrench. That's an adjustable wrench. You're gonna take that off, pick it up. Let's take it to AutoZone. And I'm gonna tell him, when you go into AutoZone, tell them you want to have this battery charged and you want them to test it to make sure that it's not dead. Boom. Now, alternator go out. Same exact thing. I'm walking through the process. Since this is electrical, son, you want to disconnect the battery. I know some people say just take the negative off. Let's just disconnect the battery, period. This is for my son, not me. He's an amateur. Disconnect the battery, son. And let's get over here to this alternator. I'm going to show you how to take it off. Let's get the adjustable pulley lever and take the pulley tension off, et cetera, et cetera. Right? I'm buffering. Right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take him through the process. Want to know why? He's going to fix it himself because I'm teaching him to maintain. And that's where the success is going to come in at. A lot of folks have guys, y'all, to be honest with y'all, I know I save myself anywhere easily from $2,000 to $7,000 every single year. I save $2,000 to $7,000 probably every single year. Why? Because I, to the fullest extent, take care of things myself. I do. If I can't do it, if I can't figure out how to do it, I might find somebody within my circle of friends that can do it. Otherwise, I'm doing it. It's not that I'm cheap. It's not any of that. I and my family, we do really well, but it's only because I tell people all the time. People will see all the stuff that I have and think like, man, Ty, I'm like, I tell y'all, I don't care where I am, what position I'm in. I live below my means. But to you who have met me, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all look at me and y'all see what I have and y'all think like, man, no, y'all got me wrong. I have a video on here right now. Folks thought I was just crazy when I told them when it comes to like, man, stuff lounging around the house and me doing work around the house or working on my car or even going into the clinic or whatever, depends on what facility I go to. I go and shop at the Goodwill. Plain and simple. Goodwill. I go and shop at the Goodwill like nobody's business. I'm not about to go and buy no expensive clothes just so I can say I got that Gucci. Now, I get it. You might want to go to an event. Now, the only way I would buy some type of expensive thing is because some stuff just don't fit. I'm just telling some things, guys. I mean, Some of my stuff expensive. I wear a size 14 and a 15 shoe size, right? So I can't even go into a store and get those. So what I'm saying that for is this: live below your means, and you can stack all this money off to the side. Some people that tell me that they live paycheck to paycheck, I'm like, dude, you eat out every day though. You spending your money, just think you spending 10, you spent money on lunch, and then you said y'all went out for dinner. So you spending a good $60-$70 a day right there. Times that by 5, and that's how much money you could be saving a week. Put that money off to the side. Just keep it there off to the side or something like that. Put it, when you stack it up to maybe around $1,000, put it in the bank. Tell them that you want to do a CD and keep it in there for 2-3 years. Let's stack up, do something like that. And then while that's in there in the CDs, start over again. Save that $30, $40, $50, $60 a week and stay below your means. But some people don't want to do that. They got a certain mindset. It just behooves me that, man, I'm just out here trying to get up there. Dude, you eating out every day. Anyway, folks, so that's what I'm saying. Rising Phoenix. Oh my God. I know it makes you no difference, but that gentleman you went back and forth with the other day has a video about that scheduled to post 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. The one said 40 and 30. That's a wrap. I'm not even gonna get into that no more. That's a different thing right there. So anyway, that's part of the mindset right there too. But so anyway, that's what I want to just pretty much oh yeah, I'm paying for them guns, sister. Unless I get them hot off the street. No, anyway. But no, I just wanted to just throw that out there to you guys, because a lot of people when I went into the city yesterday, I told them I was going to make a video and talk to them about this so they can watch and see it. So they can just get some of these little nuggets of wisdom right there. As far as it's easy to talk success versus being successful. Being successful still causes you to work. Okay. So anyway, folks, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get ready to get out of here, because I told a few people that I'll go in there and check their channel out and probably go offer some of my advice on their channel. So we got Unsolicited Security Boss, who's streaming right now. And we also have Chaotic Truth, who's streaming right now too. So I'm gonna go over there and bounce and check them out. Again, those channels is called Unsolicited Security Boss. She's a lady, woman of God, who has something going on right now. Then there's also Chaotic Truth, who has something going on now. So I just go over there and show my support. A lot of people don't do what I'm doing with those channels. Go over there and support the smaller channels, just trying to help them get their name up there, build their audience. Yeah, you got a peanut butter. So anyway, with that being said, folks, I appreciate y'all all being in here. Next time I'll do a panel to get y'all on here to talk about certain things, since it seemed like this was a pretty nice, decent subject right here, nothing too crazy. But as I end all things, I hope and pray every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.